Hi, welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Final Destination Bloodlines. It is the newest sixth installment of the Final Destination series that is a surprise I didn't know we needed. I know these movies aren't perfect by any means, but they are all bloody fun, pun intended. I don't know how they can manage to bring something new to the table after all these years with a new, long awaited sequel. However, it managed to grab my curiosity and I knew right then I had to check it out. Is it any good? Well, let's talk about it. The movie story follows after being plagued by a reoccurring violent nightmare. A college student returns home to find the one person who can break the cycle and save her family from the horrific fate that inevitably awaits them. After being initially skeptic about this new sequel, I am happy to report that this is an awesome movie. It's definitely a worthy sequel that manages to keep the entertaining and gross legacy of the series. However, it doesn't go without saying that it does have a couple of issues, but I will talk about those later. Right now, I want to talk about the many great things the movie has going for it, whether it be how unnervingly tense the film is, how downright gross the gnarly kills are, the fun characters, and a great captivating story. Everybody goes to these movies for the kills, and let me tell you that the kills in this sequel are some of the most gnarliest you will ever see. You'll watch limbs going in directions they're not supposed to go, body parts being crushed, and everything else that's nasty you could ever imagine. Sure, the kills are over the top, but that's what makes this series just so much fun to watch, especially for the horror fans. The special effects that went into the nasty creative kills were pretty phenomenal since it mixed great use of both practical and CGI effects. With the domino effects leading up to the kills, it is definitely a white knuckling experience that's very anxiety inducing. You know there's going to be disaster hidden around every corner, but what makes this movie so great is making excellent use of suspense and tension to keep you on your toes, not knowing what to expect. The whole movie will for sure keep you on the edge of your seat. For the first time in a while, I actually enjoy the characters in a Final Destination movie. While the past couple of sequels we got, they had weak characters that just felt like cannon fodder, so you really didn't care what happened to them. In this sequel, however, the characters were actually pretty enjoyable this time around because it made you feel for them. I really enjoyed Kaitlyn Santa Juana as the lead actress and Richard Harmon's character as well. Between the both of them, they really made this movie so much fun. It's not a Final Destination movie without Tony Todd, and yes, this was his last appearance in a movie before his passing. His scene and dialogue felt well tailored just for him due to his deteriorating health that had a double meaning, not just for the movie itself, but also for him personally. It was a very touching tribute to the late iconic actor. As far as the other characters in the movie go, I thought they were alright, but nothing worth mentioning. As far as the movie's writing goes, I actually quite enjoyed the story that was very engaging. The way this movie was done storyline wise, it's nice to know how it all connects with the other films in the series. I did also like how they attempted to expand the lore with how death works in these movies, but it did feel half baked. Just like every other Final Destination film, it follows the same formula as the others. You have the opening premonition scene, and then death picks off the remaining survivors one by creative means. Narratively speaking, no film in this franchise is any different, and this sequel makes no exception. It would have been nice to have this movie to try to do something new and reinvent the series, but it ultimately suffers from being too formulaic. Just like the other movies in the series, the ending feels predictably underwhelming and rushed. The core concept of cheating death only leads to a more elaborate and deadly game, which leaves many feeling like the final moments are anticlimactic. The only film that had a great ending was Final Destination 5 because they had a cool plot twist that no one saw coming. However, the ending for this new sequel was less than desirable. Other than that, I still had a lot of fun with this new movie. As good as the film is performing at the box office and with all the praise it's getting from the critics, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we wound up getting another sequel or two down the line. From one horror fan to another, this movie is awesome and definitely worth checking out at the theater. Overall, Final Destination Bloodlines is a remarkable return to form for the series that is definitely a nice welcoming addition that many can enjoy. While it's not one of your groundbreaking horror films, however, there's still a lot of fun to be had with it regardless. With that said, it does leave some slight room for improvement. I give this movie an A-. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up my real reviews.